Okay, guys, we are going to talk about Plexus and what to message people and about closing the deal. I know a lot of us maybe have joined and we've started because we want to be successful either on the products or with the business or whatever it is, and maybe trying to get our money back, or we're kind of like excited and trying to like go for the business. But what do we say to people? The first thing I want you to think about is, let's get some background stuff going first, okay? Let's think, okay, what got you here? What got you to try the products yourselves? So let's don't make it more complicated than it is. It's really not as complicated as we sometimes make it, or as hard as we sometimes make it. So let's do some background stuff and see. You can have a successful Plexus business. Do you believe that you can? Do you really believe that you can? Or are you just kind of like, I'm going to give this a shot in the dark and maybe I can? You've got to know and believe in yourself that you can be successful. So let's do a little bit of background real quick, okay, on some things that I want your mind thinking, because you've got to have your head right before you message people. And there's going to be marks that go through this. Every time I do this slideshow, it randomly pops up. So I don't know what it is. People might draw spaces. I don't know. I have no idea how this happens, but just try not to be distracted with it. If you have to put headphones in and listen, that's fine too. But every time I do this slideshow, I swear I have no idea what it is. Let's see. Okay, you got to know your why. Do you know your why? Why are you doing this? So when people tell you no, or they don't answer you back and you're discouraged, you've got to know why you're doing it. Why am I doing it? I did it for Eli because I wanted to stay at home with him. It was important to me. I prayed hard to stay at home with my baby. I wanted to for 9 years. I couldn't until Plexus. I know why, my why. Do you know yours? If you don't know yours, I mean, you need to talk about it. I know most of the people that work the business and their why, and I pray over it with you, and we really focus on that. But if you've got to know why you're doing this at the end of the day, and it's got to be a strong why. How to get our head right. Let's talk about it. You got to get your head right before you can ever offer Plexus to anybody, okay? God brought this to you. Now, what are you going to do with it? That's what I want to ask you. Nobody can ever tell me that this Plexus thing is not from God. I'm telling you right now, it's from God. He woke me up in the middle of the night and laid it on my heart. I know it is. So, I prayed for you since 18, 19 months ago. You're here for a reason. You're on this training because you have a desire in your heart for more for others, or more for your family, or both. So let me tell you what you're going to have to do. For about 2 seconds, you're going to have to believe in yourself, okay? You're going to have to put aside what people have told you in the past. People saying you're not good enough for things. You're never going to make anything of yourself. You don't know enough people. The things that you tell yourself in your head negative, whether you realize it or not, get it out. There's no room for that. There's no room. You know what? That's not from the Lord. That's from the devil and the enemy putting negative things in yourself, in your head. So you're going to have to change your mindset and believe in yourself. And you're going to have to put your blinders on. Now, your journey is not going to be as fast or as slow as some other people's on your team or under you. We have people that go, one girl's a ruby, and she has a diamond under her. How? Because she doesn't have enough level ones to spread out. We have people that have, one was a senior ruby and one had a diamond under them. So you're going to have people under you sometimes that surpass you, or you're going to have sidelines that go faster than you, and you're going to be like, I want to go as fast as they have. Why am I not going anywhere? Well, let's look at why you're not going any faster than you are, because it's in your daily activity and what you're saying to people and how you're coming across. So let's look at that today and fix that for you. All right. Let's talk about working hard. Work hard as if you're working for the Lord. Everything we do, whether we get up in the morning, we go to a job, we go to Plexus, we go to whatever it is, we should be working hard as if we're working for the Lord. And that's just the honest thing. In the Bible, it says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as if working for the Lord, not for humans. You know what you'll receive, an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. So act just like you're serving the Lord as you do this business. Because you know what? I started this selfishly, right? It wasn't about me the whole time. It was never about me. God just used me to help other people, and he blessed me through it. So probably this is not really about you. And in your head, you're thinking, well, these people aren't answering me back. These people aren't joining my team. These people are telling me no. Stop. It's not personal. It's not about you. It's not about you. And the sooner you get that in your head, the more successful you're going to be. They're not telling you no because it's you. They're not telling you no because it's something that you've done, unless you're saying the wrong thing. They're not rejecting you. They're rejecting Plexus, and that's two totally different things. So I want you to know that in advance. We should have 3 goals. 1, our goal should be to help others. We should love others, and we should be helping our family. And that's what you can do through Plexus, this business. Help others, love others, and help your family. And those are the 3 things that we're allowed to do. So, our fears. Let's talk about these real quick before we get into what do we say to people, because our fears are what's holding us back, right? Let's be real. Our fears are holding us back. 1, we're afraid of failing. Who's not afraid of failure? Don't tell me when you signed up you thought, oh, what if I fail? What if people look at me? What are others going to say? You thought it. I thought it. Everybody else thought it too when they signed up. You're not alone. Failing is a true fear, but I'm going to tell you, every fear that comes up into your mind is not from God. Fear and faith cannot live in the same thing. Faith is from God. Fear is from the enemy. So just know, push this out of your mind. It all comes with inner ability and what you're thinking. Your mind has a lot to do with this Plexus thing and being successful. Fear of not enough time, right? Excuses of time. I don't have time. You know what? When I started, I didn't have time. That's what I told Lindsay. I don't have time. I don't have money. She said, well, I can help you with the money. And yes, you do. You can take 10 or 15 minutes a day out. The people that are successful in my downline are people that do this business every day for 15 or so minutes at least a day. Those are the successful people. I have a lot of people on my team that want to be successful and say they're doing the work and doing what it takes, but they're not. How do I know? They're not gaining people on their team. Their team is standing still. They're not moving at all. They're not adding level 1. Those are the people that are not being consistent and working the business daily, because their actions, their activity, the people that join them will show if you are working your business daily. Now, I do have some people that are working daily, but maybe the way they're approaching people is turning people off. So that's what this call is for, to kind of see how others are sharing and approaching the Plexus opportunity. So, fear of time. Fear of posting on social media. Now, when I joined, I was like, I'm not posting on social media like all these people. Let me tell you what. I am so glad I did. And one reason that we post so many times a day is because only 7% of our friends even see one of our posts. So if you're posting Plexus 3 times a day, only 7% of your people. I have 4,000 friends. That's not many people that see my posts a day. So I have to post very often. I post about Plexus. I post about my family because they don't want to just see Plexus. I post about my church. I post about my Bible study. I post about my kids. I post all kinds of things, but I also post Plexus at least once or twice a day. Most of the time it's 3 times. I've had to back off some because daily people are tagging me in their posts. So if I post 3 times a day and somebody tags me in 2 more posts, that's 5 Plexus posts. So you will see me posting a few less, but I'm to the point that people are tagging me in all these posts every day. So I have to manage mine accordingly depending on who tags me in them for the day. If no one's tagging you in posts because your team is not there yet, then you need to be posting 2 or 3 times a day. When? Once between 8 to 11 6 to 8 in the morning, one time between 11 and 1, and one time from 8 to probably 10-ish at night. So just rotate those out and make them personal posts. They don't have to be, stories will sell. Stories sell products. Testimonies that are compliant sell the products. If you want people to join your team, post about the business. If you want people to order products, post about the testimonies. But do both together because you don't want to do more than one. So you need to have a good mixture. And people want to see what they're doing for you and the people that you live with and you love or that you are kin to. So make sure you are making personal posts on the results of you and the people that they know that you know as well. What will people think? Do you have that fear? Have you had that? I was worried about people thinking I was the crazy Plexus lady. Let me tell you what, when I go in public now, I don't even have to wear a shirt anymore that says Plexus, because they will approach me about Plexus. They already know. They talk to me about Plexus. Why? Because I made myself the crazy Plexus lady, and I absolutely love it. I love it. Why? Because I have 24 immediate family members off of medication, feeling better, or having some kind of relief. Because I have a team that is under me that are able to pay their mortgages, their car payments, their kids' preschool. I have a team that most of them don't have to pay for their own products because they're making their money back. So I pushed for that. It didn't just fall in my lap. You may think, oh, well, yeah, you're made it all to Emerald. Well, yeah, but maybe what you're seeing is success at the top. What you haven't seen are my fears, my failures. I got told no more times than you have. The numbers of people I've reached out to, the people that, the tears, the times I've been on my knees, on my face in my war room, praying over this business, over my team, over being able to stay at home with my baby. Those are things that people have not seen. So don't think that it's a straight shot to the top and that you won't have bumps in the road, because that's not realistic. And I don't want to lead you to a place where you're thinking it's just going to be a straight shot. It's not a lottery ticket. It's not a get rich quick kind of thing. But you absolutely are missing out if you don't go for it, because let me tell you what, there were 450 of us in Hawaii, out of Canada, U.S., and Australia. That's a drop in the bucket. There are over 70 jewels and above, emerald, sapphire, and diamond in Texas. There are less than 15 in Alabama. In one private school in Texas, there are over 11 mothers driving their Plexus Lexus in a private school of 600 kids. When people say that your area or your market is saturated, no, it's not. Some states have 0 jewels, period. We are just getting started good with this. And if you will stick it out and you will do the daily work, you will be so glad you did. There was a post that Lindsay did today talking about some people, they worry about 2 or 3 years and not making, a lot of money with network marketing, but they'll work a job for years and years and never make any more money than they made when they started. So it's not so much getting rich quick. It's a marathon and not a sprint. We're not sprinting to the top here. You're doing the daily work to be effective. Nothing that comes that quick will last, and we are forming a lasting business. So that's what you need to learn to do here. You've got to build your belief, and really, you've got to plug into us. When we offer trainings, be there. When we offer events, be there. Because you know what? If you don't sacrifice a little, you're not going to gain anything. So you're going to have to sacrifice a little for yourself and for your team. Let's talk about doubters. Scared of doubters? My daddy was a doubter. Right after I joined, he told me I would never be successful, these products wouldn't work, and it embarrassed me terribly at a birthday party. My same daddy that loves me, 12 months later, I called him on the phone and I said, hey, I don't know if I need to go back to work or not. My business is doing great, and I think I can take it to the top if I stay home. He said, you're crazy if you don't stay home. And by the way, order me my triplex, I'm out. So, doubters, sometimes they're just scared for you. But what are you going to do? Let a doubter discourage you and you sit there and never make any more money than you did? Or are you going to give it a real shot, because $34.95 for the year is nothing? You're going to give it a shot because you can do this. You deserve this. If you're saying you don't, or you don't believe in yourself, you're wrong. You deserve this. Dream big and pray bigger. God has great things in store for us. And if you go for this, you will be successful. But you got to get your mind made up now. All right. Don't let others steal your dream. Your mindset matters. You need to speak positive affirmations in yourself and believe in yourself. Your mindset matters before you message the first person. You've got to get your mindset right. Why? Because you need to be bold. You need to be excited. They need to hear that excitement in your voice. They need to be able to sense it. Nobody's going to want to join you if you're like, well, I tried this product and I'm hoping it works for me. I'm thinking it might. Will you do it with me? Nobody's going to join you. Don't be doing that. Stop that. Stop, stop, stop. You need to say, hey, you know what? My friend Holly's doing Plexus. She's done great with it. She's quit 2 jobs, staying home with her baby, and she has 24 family members that are off medication or feeling better. Plus, she's lost 15 pounds. What if this works for us? Come on, we're fixing to try this. She's going to teach us how to do it. That's exciting. That's something I can get on board with. Yeah, no, $34.95 for the year. You don't have to have any inventory. You only buy what products you want. No catch, no gimmicks, no contract. Come on, we're doing it. What's $34.95? 2 steaks at Longhorn's more than that. You be bold. You be excited. You tell them. If you don't have a story yet, you tell them mine. All right, let's talk about reaching out to people. If you do not ask, they will not join you, period. The end, period. I would never have joined Lindsay if she had not messaged me 8 times in over 3 months. She had to follow up with me. So let's talk about it. Examples: cold messages, voice messages, text, email, phone calls, talking to people in public. You need to wear your shirt, your cup, your bracelet, whatever it takes. Do it. Do it. You can do this. Now, what are some examples of some cold messages? Okay. This is what you need to do. We're going to talk about what you don't need to say and what you need to say. Messages to send at first. You need to be honest, to be short and sweet. You need to be personal. You don't need to be salesy. You need to be bold. You need to have confidence, and you need to be you. You don't need to be Holly. You don't need to be Shay or Kara. You need to be you. Things you do not want to say. You do not want to type up a long, humongous paragraph. People will not even read it. They will lose you after 3 or 4 sentences. So don't do that. Do not tell them about every product. They don't care. They won't even remember. Do not give them the compensation plan without asking. They're going to look like it's Chinese. So don't do any of those things. Now, some things that you do need to say, and I highly suggest, if you are just getting started, please don't hide behind Facebook. Don't send out all these Facebook messages typed up, because all people are going to do is just not even read it. That turns people off so fast. What you need to do, if you're doing this and you want to make a real go of it and you want your double bonus and you want to be successful, get on the phone. The people that are in your phone are close enough to you for you to call. And you need to ask them. You need to tell them, you know what? I'm trying Plexus. They're natural plant-based products, and I want to see what they can do for me and you. Say, hey, come try this with me. What if it works for us like it did Holly? If you think they'd be awesome at the business, tell them. You know, we were talking about people that would be great at this Plexus business as far as, you know, making their money back or going really far with the company with network marketing. And we're talking about people with integrity, people that had a good network, people that others loved and respected and trusted. And I thought about you. Your name came up. And I just want to tell you, I think you'd be really great at it. My friend Holly, she's done well. She's been able to quit 2 jobs, and she's showing me how to do it. Come try this with me. What if this works for us too? What if it gives us some financial freedom? Be honest. Be real. And you know what? If you can't tell them that over the phone, you need to tell them that in a voice message, in a text voice message, in a Facebook voice message, something. Don't hide behind Facebook, though. Let me tell you, this is not Facebook marketing. If you have been in this for months and you have not hardly added anyone, you've got to change something. Something you're doing is not working. Whatever, if you're doing a copy-paste message of examples that I send, that's not working for you. You're going to have to do something personal. Say their name in it. To be a relationship between you and them, and why you want them to join you, why you want them to try the products. Hey, I know you're a busy mom. I know you're chasing 2 kids around. Let me tell you what this Edge and this Slim has done for my energy. I feel great. My husband comes home, the laundry's done, the house is clean, the supper's cooked. And he wonders what has happened to his wife because he's happy. I have that energy because Plexus has allowed me to. Be real. Be honest. Be you. It's not rocket science. What appealed to you? When somebody reached out to you, you're on here for some reason because somebody reached out to you. What appealed to you and what did not appeal to you? Because chances are there's more than one person that's messaged you about Plexus. And some of them were probably crappy messages that were canned or copied or forwarded or pasted. And when you say a message to someone, if you record it, you need to be real. Don't read that thing. You need to be real. Have it in your head. Sound excited because they can hear the excitement in your voice and sound like you. Let's talk to Shay and see some advice that she has about cold messaging people. Shay, you want to talk about cold messages?
Yeah, sure. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Excuse me, I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit. But so what I want you guys to think about, and it took me a long time to realize this, but when you're trying to grow your business, you need to think of like your initial first message like Batman, and your follow-up has to be Robin. I know that's kind of corny, but that's just how I had to picture it. So, you've got your best friend or, somebody you went to school with, and you send them, maybe maybe you wrote the message instead of a voice message, or maybe you send her a text and you say, hey girl, I'm starting this business. I'm trying these products. I want you to do this with me. Well, and then you don't hear a response. You get crickets. And yeah, that can hurt your feelings because it did mine. Like, y'all, my very best friend in the entire world still has not tried Plexus, and I probably messaged her daily. But, I just had to keep telling myself she's going to come around. Y'all, I sent a message to somebody who I was so scared to, and I was like, she's never going to do this. She's never going to do this. And she did. But you know what happened with her is the messages. It's the way that you send them. So your first initial follow-up. So you've sent your generic message that's, hey girl, I'm trying this. This is new. This is different for me. I'm so excited. Do this with me. And you don't hear anything back. What I want you to do is think about, okay, you're in this scenario. So Batman just came, and you know what? Maybe Batman wasn't going to be the one to defeat the villain. So here comes Robin. So your second message, what you need to do is deep down, make it personable, make it real, relate it to something that has to do with them, whether it's a diamond doc that's about, maybe she's a military wife and you found a diamond doc of a military wife. Send that to them. Maybe it's a diamond doc of a preacher's wife. Find something personable that's going to relate to them and to their life, because then they're going to possibly and hopefully catch the vision. I just feel like, and I have learned this, I've been doing this for a long time, that with my messages, I have failed, like tragically failed. And it's because of the way that I was messaging. I wasn't doing it personally, and I wasn't doing the voice messages, and I wasn't calling people, and I wasn't trying to create that relationship. So making it personal and having the relationship is going to make the Batman and Robin connection happen, because there are statistics that say 25 to 30% of first initial sales or marketing messages go unread. You have you increase the second message, or it decreases, excuse me, and you have a 18% chance of having them read. And I found that online tonight, although it was pretty interesting, that it decreases the more messages that you send. So fortune is in the follow-up. And I don't want to steal Holly's thunder or Kara's tonight, so I am going to cut myself off and not talk any longer.
Thank you, Shay. And it's good to hear from different people because we all have experience. And when we first get started, we don't really know how to be successful, right? And so when my next actually slide is talking about following up and how important are follow-ups. Celeste Quinn, the only double diamond in the company who is over us, we're on her team. We are the strongest team in Plexus. Everyone over me is a diamond. So we are from the strongest team in Plexus. We know how to be successful and are successful because the people over us are successful. We're not reinventing the wheel. No one ever joined my team on the first contact. That is from Celeste Quinn that has gone diamond and then went diamond again. She did that within a 3-year period. Insane, right? Yes. So just know that when you're messaging these people the first time, it's okay if they don't join you. They're not usually going to. The fortune is in the follow-up. And the things that she was talking about following up with, you try another form of message. You still be real. You be you. You send the diamond dogs. We have a whole YouTube channel with diamond documentaries. Follow up with any specials that the company offers. Always follow up and send a special. How would you want to be approached? What worked for you? And do not hide behind Facebook. You're going to hear me say that a million times, but guys, do not hide behind Facebook. Please, I am begging you. If it's the only way you'll do your work, fine. But if you want to go fast and to the top, you are not going to be successful hiding behind a Facebook message. When you reach out to people, you need to be personable. If they're not messaging you back on 2 or 3 messages, then something totally different, not even about Plexus. Get a conversation going. I had Lindsay sent me a message one time. She's like, hey, my family's going to Disney. I noticed you went to Disney. What do you think about this and this and this? And she got me talking to her. She needed to know they were going to Disney. It worked. But you know what? It started me looking at more of her stuff. So if you don't feel comfortable messaging them about Plexus right at first and you haven't talked to them in 15 years, you might want to say, hey, I saw you on Facebook, just checking in with you. I saw your baby. So stinking cute. What are you up to? Have a conversation. Eventually get to Plexus. You don't have to throw up Plexus all over everybody the very first contact. And you don't have to make a sale on the first contact. Most people do not make a sale on the first contact with Plexus, okay? So that is not uncommon. Reaching out to people, and what do I say? What do I do when I get someone to order or sign up? Okay, so you've got people saying, oh, I'm going to tomorrow, I'm going to when I get paid, I'm going to, do this, but they don't ever sign up. What do? You have those, right? I have 3 right now I'm still waiting on. They were supposed to last month. I'm still waiting on 2 this month. It's okay. It's normal. 1, it may be money. You know what? We got something that can help them with money. But that was me too. Lindsay messaged me at Christmas time. I didn't have any money. January, paid my car tax. March, income tax came, so I signed up. It kind of is a timing thing and when it's right in their life. And that's why the follow-ups are so important. And I'm telling you, everybody that's supposed to be on your team winds up on your team. God will put them on your team. But you have to be willing to do the work and do the follow-ups to get them there. Don't absolutely drive them crazy where they're like, and unfriend you. But be kind. Be you. If you want them on your team, tell them why. If you've got people that have messaged you, said they're going to join, and a special comes up, say, hey, now's the perfect time. We're having this special from here to here. I really want you to sign up. Can I help you? Let me call you. Walk through the steps over the phone, to help you. You want me to come to your house if they live close, or whatever it takes. Offer to do it. You don't have to just send them the link and be like, there you go. Send them the directions written out how to do it. Do you want me to do it on the phone with you? Whatever it is. So do it and help them to be successful. Now, when closing the deal, let's talk about closing the deal. That's the most thing that people talked about. Really? If you message somebody, because I get this all the time. Hey, I messaged like 10 people, but one person answered me back and said no thank you. I'm like, okay, great. Good job on messaging 10 people. That's big for you if you were scared. That really is. But nobody's going to join you on the first message. So that's really, you're going to have to find 10 more and then follow up with those 10 again, in a few weeks. So that's why we always say have a running list of 100 people. If you're messaging 5 people a day, that's at least 100 people that you're getting contacted in a month, right? Now, if you're not doing that, why? Because we have a planning call like this every Sunday night. And you know how many I had on last week? Two. Two. What does that tell me? Some people are not very serious about this. Or you have your sheet and you're doing it on your own and you're messaging your 5 people a week, following it with 3 on your own. But are you? Are you really doing it? Do you say you want this? Are you really doing what it takes to get it? Because I'm telling you right now, messaging 5 new people and following up with 3 people a day, I can get that done in less than 5 minutes. So are you really doing it? And I say that because I don't want you to be discouraged. But if you're discouraged, like, why are you discouraged? What are you doing? Is it because of the way you're messaging people? Is it because of what you're saying? Or is it because you're really just not doing the work and saying you are? Because I've been at both points. I've been both of those people. And that's how I know. So I've been there. So what I want to say to you is, you're not going to be successful if you're not doing the work. I said it. There you go. Tough love, hard to say. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but you're absolutely going to get out of this what you put into it. When I decided to go all in, I went all in, and I message more than my 5 people and follow up with more than my 3 people a day, every day. Why? I've done that for probably at least the last 15, 14 months at least. At least. I do my daily work. But I usually add my 3 people a month too through that. How? Because when it comes time for a special, I'm following up with people. So if you're just messaging 10 people and they're like, oh, nobody messaged me back, and then you're taking a break, you're not posting on Facebook, then you're coming back and forth and you're wishy-washy, people aren't going to trust that. People aren't going to message you on Facebook and say, oh, I saw your post, and they're going to take longer to trust you and join you because they're watching. Whether you like it or not, they're watching. So what you're saying has a lot to do with your action and your activity with Plexus. Does that make sense? They're watching your posts on Facebook, even though they're not liking them. They're watching and reading what you're messaging them, even though they're not responding back. I've sent up to, well, it took me 3 months and 8 messages for Lindsay just to get me to talk to her about Plexus. So that should tell you something. Most people do not join or even talk about joining you with Plexus until the 8th to 20th contact. It's a sales statistic, and it's the truth. So if you are like, oh, I just can't find anybody to join me, nobody wants to do this, okay, well then let's look at who you're messaging, how many you're messaging, and when you're following up. Let's look at those things. Another thing for you to be successful and close the deal is your mindset as far as how are you plugging into us? How are you being encouraged through us and helping to keep you excited when you're not getting a sale every day or gaining an ambassador every day? How are you staying motivated to do the daily work? When you do finally sign some people up, what do I do? Let's go over that real quick, okay? When you do close the deal and you sign them up, that's not the hardest part. This part is the most important part that you'll do. What do? You send the help tips and how to take what depending on what they have. You message and make sure they have the products within 3 to 5 days. If not, you call customer service for them and find out where they are. Follow up on day 3 when they start, and weekly for the rest of the time that they order from you from then on. Why? Because you need to be asking them questions and keeping them happy, whether they're a customer or they're wholesale. They're still under you. You need to ask them specific. I want to check in with you and see how you're doing on the products. Now, be honest with me because I want you to help you to be successful. You know, do we need to tweak anything or help you, change products that we want to be able to, for you to see the maximum results? Be specific with them. If you don't know how to troubleshoot, then find out from me. All right. Here are some things that we need to talk about for what do I say to people that stop ordering, right? What do you say? You'll have people. People will not come and join you for the rest of their life. I was going to take for 2 months and quit. However, I found out Plexus to be a much more wonderful thing. When you sign these people up, you need to prepare them. They need to be on the products for 60 to 90 days to be able to see the results. Why? Because they need to see the full maximum gut health through the products and be consistent and drink half their body weight in water and do the things it takes to be successful. Their body needs to have time to see the changes that they want to see, and it will not happen overnight. It needs to be a consistent, steady pace in their system, flushing the bad bacteria out. So we need to convey that in an honest way and let people know that. So when we message them, let's talk about that. We need to be specific, right? Let's talk to Kara and see what she says to people that are white lines or people that she's trying to get to come back, because a lot of people will stop using the products because they don't see results quick enough. This is not a quick fix. This is a health gut fix. Kara, are you still with us and can share some stuff on that?
Yes. Hey guys. So white lines. If you have been with the company long enough, you are going to have some white lines. I mean, it's just part of it. Everybody's not going to stay taking the products for forever as much as we want them to. Everybody's not going to do the business as much as we want them to. And that's just something that we have to, accept and understand. But there are some things that we can do, to ask them, were you not seeing the results that you were wanting to see? What were your goals? If you're their level 1, then you should know their goals. But like me, I have levels 1 through 6. So a lot of times I don't know their goals. I don't even know them. So, depending on the person, if they're my level 1, then, a lot of times the ones that have cut off are probably going to be the ones that were, right from the beginning. And, when we first start, we don't know everything about the products. We don't know everything about the business. And so it's hard to train somebody when you don't know. And so you're going to have some white lines. So I have sent messages just saying, I just wanted to message you and tell you, that I'm sorry. When you first got into this, I was new too. And I just want to let you know that I've trained myself. I'm, better equipped to answer your questions and train you on how to take your products and how to work the business. So let's start over completely and go from there. Ask them what their goals were again. Ask them what they were, looking to find, what they were looking to see, what did they not see. And you can do the same thing with anybody that cuts off, whether they're your level 1 or your level 10. I like to send voice messages like Holly and Shay have said. And if I do not know them, then I send a voice message and I just introduce myself to them and I tell them that I am one of their uplines and that I just wanted to check in on them because I saw that they were not ordering products. And I just go in and I start asking them, did you not see results? What were your goals from the beginning? Let's go over it. What were you taking? How much were you taking? Were you drinking your water? Were you taking your products consistently? Because let's be honest again, most people that cut off are not taking their products consistently and they're not drinking their water. And sometimes you just have to flat out ask people because, people want instant results these days. And if they don't in a month see the results that they're wanting, they're going to cut off. So we have to really explain to them, this is not a quick fix. This is going to take some time. And I tell people, in today's society, we want instant gratification. But you know what? Our bodies did not get in the shape that it is now overnight. We didn't gain 20 pounds overnight. We didn't put all those antibiotics and processed foods and everything nasty in our bodies overnight. It has taken time, and so it's going to take time to get that out of our body and to get our bodies back healthy and our gut back healthy. So, a lot of people don't know that to explain to people. So you have to really explain to them what's going on, why it may not have worked as quickly as they would have liked, and you have to work with them. Sometimes they may need to be taking more probiotic, less probiotic, more BioCleanse, less BioCleanse. Maybe they need to be taking it in the morning instead of at night. So a lot of people do not check in with their ambassadors or their customers. So I agree with Holly. You've got to check in when they get their products, 2 or 3 days after they start taking their products, and then every week, because they're not going, 95% of them are not going to come to you and say, hey, I'm having a problem. What should I do? They're just going to cut off. They're just going to stop ordering. So we have got to be there to check in with them. And I was on a call the other day, and they have started a system, and I really liked it. And I'm going to start implementing it on my team. And they put every customer and ambassador in a 3 or 4-way message with their uplines. And just like we do with ambassadors that are, most of the time we do it with the ones wanting to work the business. We're supposed to be doing it with every ambassador. But this way we can check on them, they have 2 or 3 people that they can come to, even customers. And they have that resource where they can come and they can ask questions at any time. And they have 3 or 4 people that can answer their question quickly. If I forget to message them and I'm looking back through my messages, maybe Holly might see, oh, I see Kara didn't message them back this week. Let me follow up with them. And so it kind of, it helps, people. So that was a great thing that I was like, oh, I really like that. Even with customers, because we lose our customers too, just like we do ambassadors. So really just following up with people and making sure they're taking their products and taking them consistently. Make sure you're messaging white lines about specials, any of the specials, free shipping, anything like that. I even message them with our, like right now we have a Healthy for the Holiday special that we're doing starting November 1st. I have messaged the majority of mine and told them about that. Hey, I see that you haven't ordered your products in a while. I would love for you to come do the Healthy for the Holidays challenge with us. Anything new that's going on, check in with them. They may not message you back, but you know what? Next month when you message them, they may be ready to jump back in. So don't give up on anybody. I have people that, I have a girl, I don't know if Brooke's on here or not. I have a girl, she was my very first ambassador. She jumped in, she was ready to work the business, and she worked it for a couple of months, took her products, and then quit. Me and Holly and Lindsay messaged her for a year straight. I mean, blackmailed her. I wouldn't say do that to everybody, but messaged her and called her and texted her, and she did not come back around until about 4 or 5 months ago. And you know what? She said, you messaged me, and I saw that you didn't give up, and I want to jump back in. And now she's all in. So never give up on anybody. Make sure that you're messaging every one of your white lines at least once a month, just to check in with them and give them the up-to-date specials and everything like that. So that's all I've got.
That is so important, because if they were interested at some point and then they didn't see the results they wanted, they may have gotten discouraged or quit. Everybody's body is different, right? So I may need to take 6 BioCleanse and somebody else may need to take 4. I may need to take 2 probiotic, but somebody else may need to take 4 probiotic. We have got to help them see, because they don't know. That's our job. And if you don't know and you're new, then you need to ask us and we can help you. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. But there are some things that we need to troubleshoot the products to help people to find success. Because at the end of the day, We want people to be successful. Successful customers make the best ambassadors. The girl that has the most points on my team started out as a customer first. So just make sure you're taking care of your customers and your ambassadors, and you're following up and reaching out. If you're not doing that, you will lose them. They will not message you. They will just drop off. So please make sure you're doing that. It's not hard. You can have a day on Monday. You check in with all your customers and all your ambassadors. It shouldn't take long. But just work it into your schedule. Let's see. What else? We're almost finished. A lot of times people just need encouragement, right? Encourage others. Say, hey, can I hold you accountable? If they can't remember to take the products, then encourage them. Speak life into them. Say, I know you can do this. If you can't remember to take it during the day, take it when you wake up. Take it when you go to bed. Put it by your bedside. You can do this. Drink half your body weight in water. I'm going to check in with you, tomorrow. Help them stay accountable. If they can't remember to message people for the business, say, hey, I'm going to check in with you tomorrow night and see if you did your 531 today, okay? We'll be accountability partners. Speak life. Tell them you believe in them, that they can do this, and encourage them. Celebrate the small victories. So if somebody's scared to post and they make their first post, go tell us on your page, hey, so-and-so made their first post. Way to go. Way to put yourself out there. Way to help other people. So-and-so commission qualified. Give them a shout out. Amy got 500 PV. Go give them a shout out on our team page. Make them feel wanted and rewarded, and support even the small victories. At the end of the day, love people. It's that simple. This business is about loving people. Love them where they are and encourage them. You have to duplicate to be successful. The things that we're training, you've got to get on trainings, and then you've got to pass down trainings with the people under you. You've got to check in. If you're on here tonight, but none of your team is on here, send them a message and say, hey, we missed you tonight on this training. I really wanted you to be on there because we're learning from the most successful people in the company. This team is the most successful team. We are learning what to do to be successful. I really want this for you. But you know what? You cannot want this more for them than they want it for themselves. They're going to have to take a little bit of time sacrifice out to be successful in this. And they're going to need to get on a training, watch a training, plug in with us at least weekly to be able to do the things that they need to do to be successful. If not, they're going to slowly quit and just quit ordering. So make sure you're duplicating and passing it down and checking in with these people. That is the key to success. The last thing is just do the work. Do the 531 every day. 531. Contact 5 new people. Follow up with 3 people. Train yourself or somebody on your team every day. Do it. It could take 15 minutes or less. You send a voice message, it could take 30 seconds. Be personal, be real. It does not take long. Do the work. I challenge every person on this team page, every person hear my voice right now, whether you're watching the recording or you're on here with me. Do your 531 from today, the 23rd, until November 23rd, every day. Do it. Do the work every day and see if you get any action at all. Do the work. Give it a shot. Give it a real shot. Let me know. I'd love for people to say, hey, I did my 531 today. I'm like, heck yeah, you did. Way to go. If what you're sending to people is not working, get with me and say, hey, will you help me send a message to this person? This is how I know them. Maybe what should I say to them? And we'll tweak it. I do that all the time for people. I want you to be successful. I want the best for you. I want you to be at the top. I want you to be wherever you want to be with this company. I want you in Hawaii with me next year. But you know what? You're going to have to link arms with me, and let's go. We're going to have to bounce ideas off each other. We're going to have to message the people we're scared to message, and we're going to have to follow up with people and be consistent with this in our posting and our daily activity. It is not a hard business to work. It is not hard to close the deal. It's just, are you following up enough times? So the key to success in closing the deal, you ready, is in the follow-up. That's it. It's in the follow-up. There's no secret word or magic thing I can tell you. It's in the follow-up. And you never know what event in their life is going to make them want to do this or try it or they're going to need it financially, whatever it may be, you have no idea. Or that God may say, put that thought in their head, this might be the right time for them. So the fortune is in the follow-up. That's how you're successful. No other secret in the follow-up. So that's all we have for tonight. If you need some help with follow-up messages, what to send, certain diamond docs, I've got stuff on my page. If whether they're a teacher, a coach, a male or a female, or got 50 kids, or just one, or adoption, whatever it is, and you want to send it. Lindsay sent me a couple of diamond docs. It's actually what got me. Diamond docs are pretty powerful. She sent me a special. She sent me, told me, I'd be great at it, that I had, great integrity. She sent me a message. She knew I was busy and I had kids and I needed the energy. She sent me all kinds of different follow-ups. So don't just keep sending the same generic copy-paste message. What you're doing is not working. So let's change it up to something that is. Think about before you send, would this make me want to join my team? And go from there. I love you guys. Let's say a prayer real quick before we end. And I will talk to you guys this week. I hope I hear back from you and some exciting things of, hey, what do you think about this message? Let me see. Let's message somebody together. Okay? God, I just thank you for tonight. And Lord, I just thank you for each person hearing my voice right now. Lord, I just thank you for all your blessings, God. I thank you for this team that you've given me. They're wonderful people, Lord. I just thank you for Plexus and what it means to us. And God, not just Plexus in general, but the people, the relationships, the things you've done for us, the medications we're off of and feeling better, God, and the financial blessings you've given us, Lord. You are just so generous, God. And I just thank you. I thank you for everything you've done, everything you're going to do, and I thank you for everything you'll do in the future. Lord, send us the people that need the products, that need the business, that need both, God. Bless our teams. Help us to keep you at the center of it all, Lord, and help us to follow your will and do mighty things with the blessings that you're giving us. We love you and we thank you, God. Help us to have a good, safe week. Protect us and our families. In Jesus' name. All right. Night, guys. Love you. Thank you for getting on.